Hi, I just got another message, yet another message about asking for information on the history of Connecticut, history of our state, and how to pray for our state. And I just want to share a little bit of advice, a little bit of things that I know in my years of praying and leading prayer for my state. This is for all of those who have a heart to pray for a specific task, a specific person, or a specific uh, organization, a specific state or a country. First of all, the best thing to do is do some homework, do some research. Ask yourself the question, why am I praying for whatever I'm praying for? Take out a piece of paper and write down a list. And why are you praying? Why are you praying for your state? Why are you praying for your region? Why are you praying for the country? And also ask yourself or ask the Lord, what do you want to see the result is? What is what is the outcome? And write out your prayers. Write out even a couple of lines as you intercede. And if you're praying for your state or praying for a specific thing, go on the internet and look up. Find out the history of your state, the history of your country. That if you're praying for your country, because I believe that this might not even be in the United States, but look and find out exactly what went on, especially spiritually, what went on in your region, in your state, in your country, and write it out. Print out papers, write out what you find, and also set up some prayer points. One of the things I did for my state in Connecticut, because it was known as the Constitution State, is I printed out the preamble, both the original preamble, which was called the Fundamental Orders, and also the today's preamble. I wrote a brochure and I called it Praying the Preamble because our Constitution was so significant and proper to Connecticut. And always in the Constitution, there was a declaration for the purposes and the glory of God. The reason is to serve the Lord. I look for language like that. And I wrote out a brochure, and we use that as a prayer points to pray into for our state. So that's something that you can do. Find out your cities. Look up stats. As I've been praying for our state, I found out what part of our state had the highest level of sexual immorality. What was the highest divorce rate? Whatever you're praying, whatever you're calling for, the drug addiction. What is the highest crime? I always look up stats, and that's awesome. That's something to pray through and to pray against. I found out one corner of our state was very well known statistically wise. It had a high incidence of child molestation. And as I'm praying for my state, of course, we're going to pray for that part of the state, and we're going to pray and I look for intercessors to partner with, to pray with them, and I tell them this is how you to pray. As I'm a state leader, I've been a state leader for many, many years, and raise up intercessors to pray with you. So anyway, these are just a couple of points how to pray for your state. First, find out information. What is your state comprised of? And also find out why. Ask the Lord why you're praying for your state, and ask the Lord for outcome. What do you want to see happening for your state? And as you pray that point, also take in, what is the prophetic destiny for your state? Why did the Lord bring, or your country? Why is your country, your place that you're praying for, why is it in existence today? And pray into that. Seek the redemptive purposes of that. So anyway, that's just a couple of points. I might be sharing a little bit more. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll continue to share a little bit more about how to pray for whatever you're praying for, and how to go forth and do what the Lord is calling you to do. God, may the Lord richly bless you.